How's it going? Welcome to the 20th day of the Touch 10 plan. This is going to be a briefing of the last 10 days because I already did a briefing of the first 10 days. So here we are on July 2nd, and this has been a really productive and transformative 10 days for me. I'm just amazed at the experiences that I've had. I would have never come so far within myself, had the thoughts that I've had, been as productive, filled my purpose as well, if I didn't follow my Touch 10 plan and just really mess around with what it means for me to hold my true purpose, to be productive, to spread love and connect with people, to have the gratitude, to find the gratitude, to feel the gratitude. It's been a journey so far, and it's only 20 days in, and I've changed so much. In therapy today, we were talking about recognizing what's different. Today, I had a super off day. I woke up and I felt really weird, very foggy, but not just like migraine level foggy that I get. Something flat out felt off, and I definitely spent a little bit of time today trying to analyze what that was. But when I realized pretty quickly that I wasn't going to understand why I was feeling off, I decided I needed to push that aside and decide, am I going to do what I always do, fall in my pattern, basically just collapse within myself and give in to everything, just totally foil the day, or am I going to put my best foot forward and try to get the day take on the day as best as I can? And I chose to take on the day as best as I could. And even though I kept getting a little bit distracted, it might have been a little slower than usual, I still got all of my touches done today. And I was overall just really productive. And I think I made a lot of good steps forward in the long run. So it just goes to show that you can have an off day, but there's still that beaming light, and there's an overall picture. There's so much time and so little time at the same time. I'm constantly feeling like I'm chasing after the clock. But the reality is I need to learn how to be more present, more mindful, even more so, more aware than I already am. And I'm definitely growing and transforming. I've had so many moments of gratitude. I've been connecting in new ways with my parents and realizing a lot of different patterns and things that were very toxic in my life. I'm working on discovering patterns and finally breaking patterns. A lot of these patterns I've known I've had for a really long time. Some of them are totally new and fresh. I'm learning so much about myself. I think actually that following the Touch 10 plan has made it really possible for me to put my full self into my trauma therapy and really work through some things. And yeah, it keeps me in my head quite a bit of the time because I'm going through a lot and I'm processing a lot, and you can't just decide, okay, I'm going to go to therapy for an hour a week and then just ignore it. I mean, if you're able to do that, good for you, but that's not my style. And I'm just going through and processing things that are really big, doing all of my rebranding. I've been making a lot of adjustments. So having the stability within the Touch 10 plan so far of, again, writing down things constantly has been really empowering, very self-reflective. It's a great accountability partner. It makes my biggest accountability partner. That's what I want, is to hold on to that independence. So it's been really amazing, and if you want to know more specifically about the details, you should go back and watch my videos day by day. I like to go back and watch the footage with this. Normally I don't like to hear myself and watch my videos after I post them. I sort of just let them be their own entity and help whoever they might, and of course I'll engage with whomever, but when it comes to putting a video out there for Touch 10 plan, and I have to come to a point where I have to reflect, especially every 10 days like I intend to, I need to look back at that footage, and it's really amazing to see the moments of clarity that I've been finding and the biggest thing that I've noticed is that today in therapy, towards the end of the session, I said, the funny thing is that even though today was such an off day, and even though this week my stress, my anxiety, my depression, my dysphoria, all these things that we scale in therapy to see how I'm feeling, these are the main feelings that make up me, I realized that I don't feel necessarily less happy. I wouldn't say that I necessarily feel overtly more happy, but I definitely don't have less happiness. And I think that I probably, if I really sat down and thought about it, there are certain aspects where I do have more happiness since last week. I had a really incredible weekend. It was one of the best weekends I've had in a really long time. Sunday was one of the best days I've ever had in my life, and I really learned quite a bit about myself, and I still have a lot to unpack, but a lot of good things, a lot of good energy, a lot of positivity. It's instilling this element of hope and optimism that was buried down so deeply, and I've been really working out what it is that's been making, creating these deciding factors within myself, or that I tell myself are like, this is exactly how I am. I have found that I spent a lot of my life in the last 30 years doing exactly what others wanted me to do, or needed me to do, or thought I should do. And I didn't really have too much space for being me. Part of that was society overall, and of course having to figure out that I am trans and now being disabled, and having this tussle of anger and having to radically accept, yes, I have a body that is not really my own. Yes, I have a body that's sick that I have to take care of. But there's so much gratitude within those layers. Those are just the negative bits, but there's so much positivity, and I think there was a really, 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 really long part of my life, most of my life so far, that was filled with a tremendous amount of darkness, a tremendous amount of pain and fear and worry. When I look at my scheduled notes, when I look at my touch journals that I've been writing of moment to moment, I see that in those moments when I'm not doing an activity, I'm worrying, or I'm overthinking something because I don't have the confidence in myself to believe that I can do it, or that I'm making the right choice. And why all that's happening is that's a lot. You need a lot more time than this video, but the point is that the Touch 10 plan has been completely transforming my life. And what's incredible about it is that it's a plan that I created, that I decided, that I've been loosely playing with, that's certainly not perfect or completed by now. But it's all my design, and it was me that made the choice to change. It's me that's figuring it out, building the solutions. When people ask me now how I'm doing or what I'm up to, I say I'm building. That's my new mantra, that's my new manifestation, that's my new reality. I'm building a better self to build a better world. And I think if we can all do that, even just a little more, that we will have a better place, and that we can all be happier and radically accept who we are and live authentic, happy, long lives. So that's my briefing of my second 10 days. So again, it's day 20, and I will see you in the next video.